What genuinely scares you to the core? The love of my life dying or leaving me. A swarm of flying cockroaches. Phone calls late at night or at awkward times when people normally don't call. Those are never good calls. I'm not afraid to die. I'm scared of getting old and losing control over my body and mind. That is far scarier to me than having it all end. Brain aneurysms. You could just be going about your day and bam, all over. Swimming in a body of water that I can't see the bottom of. Having a long-term illness that is a burden on my family and wipes us out financially. Becoming completely paralyzed. I'd rather die at that point. Meeting a centrist authoritarian supporting an Austrian man from the 40s and losing my parents at the same day. Cancer. I don't want to go like that or see a loved one succumb to it. Alzheimer. Space. It just scares me to the core to know that we are just casually floating in the darkness filled with gigantic fireballs and who knows what else. Learning that I'm not in the real world but in IDK something else. Nuclear confrontation, even at a minor scale. Being kidnapped, raped or tortured. Dementia. We've got a family track record, so what was I saying? Fortunately, I live in a country that is passing a euthanasia law. The future. Every single aspect of it. Moths. Had one stuck in my ear for days as a child. Now just seeing the chalky little bastards makes me shaken. The slight chance that one day, my best friend and I might not be friends. The ocean. Nope. Fucking nope. Airborne sharks. I live in a 121-year-old house next to a graveyard, so you can kinda guess that one day, all of the things we know and love will be gone. Also my closet at night, but that is besides the point. Spiders, clowns and my mother. Public speaking. As a 36-year-old man with no kids and having never been married. Dying alone. Getting old, never having known what it feels like to have someone who chose you scares the hell out of me. The amount of hate people can output towards others. Losing my child. Without her I'm nothing. My chronic illness symptoms getting worse. And the thought that I might have to deal with this condition for the rest of my life. The potential existence of an afterlife. I get hit with some strong existential dread every now and then. And it's the worst thing. Mentally. I've felt. My husband and I both dying and leaving our son alone before he's grown up. That a lot of information on things is very easily accessible, yet people still refuse to believe it. Being raped. Pooping in a public urinal too. Being helpless, bedridden and completely dependent on other people. It sounds absolutely soul-crushing and humiliating. Being completely alone. The current state of the world and the future. Not looking good. Death. Sudden loss of someone close. A lot of shit. The state of the world politically, environmentally and socially. There are so many fires that it's terrifying to think about it all at once. Spooky, scary skeletons. 1. Dying. 2. Being the last person in my bloodline. 3. Having everyone abandon me. 4. The thought of rejection. That my boyfriend will die early from inherited medical conditions. Home invasion. Heavily armed, drug-crazed people breaking the door down. Losing my daughter. There is nothing more scary to me than the thought of her not being here anymore. It makes me sick only thinking of it. Being alone. Flesh-eating disease near my penis and/or butthole. The amount of evil and hatred in this world for no other reason besides simple differences in opinions, race, gender, religion. Fatal insomnia really keeps me up at night. The ocean, specifically being in it with no land in sight, or being caught in a storm. I am freaking out a little bit just imagining it right now. Loss of control. Heights. Spiders because they are so small and elusive. If you don't kill that bitch on the first try, you have to live in fear for your life until it shows itself again. But will you be alive to see it? Taxes. Running into someone who is ill-tempered and think it is adult-like for adults to yell at others that they don't know. The heart under the floorboard. Do you hear it? Hear it's beating. When I'm chilling with noise-cancelling headphones and someone taps me on the shoulder. Needles and anything that goes through the skin. I had COVID in January and I'm so scared what it had done to my body, as I haven't felt the same since. Being abandoned by loved ones. The climate disaster. Any health problem that would bankrupt my family. Heart issues. I have tachycardia and over time it's gotten worse, but the treatment they offered scares me bad too. Fog. I have no idea why, but I'm scared of fog like hell. Farting really loud and then realizing that it wasn't a fart. The idea that I could be the perfect parent, and despite that could have the words shittiest kid. Any sort of apocalypse where the world isn't completely destroyed, like if a zombie apocalypse happened, I'd probably get shot in the leg when the horde comes. I find the concept of eternity completely terrifying. If I think about it too long, I have a panic attack. Death. I am terrified of dying. The unknown. Even if you are biologically deaf and you feels nothingness, the nothingness itself still are feelings, and that makes you feels alive. At the rate the government is just printing money non-stop these days, I am terrified that inflation will make my life savings worthless. Asterisk that thing. It scares me. Asterisk. Slugs. Not being successful. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe for more content.